Hello everybody, Mr. Pilgrim here coming at you with a brand new Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville video. This one is going to be short and to the point. As you can see though, the Valentine's Day event has only just recently started, and I will show as proof, because that you can verify for yourself in case you're watching this in 2022. It's still in the first week of it being available, and I only need one more thing left, and then I will already have the grand prize. But what this video is going to be going over is more or less in detail about how to gain XP for zombies and plants, the best ways that I have found and gone through. And so I'm going to be starting off with the zombie side. Now, of course, aside from actually grinding stuff, you can get on every day and spend 75,000 coins, and then you can get 10,000 XP for a zombie that you have, i.e. Like a melee character or a sniper character, whatever character you aren't trying to work on just yet. You can just always come and spend some coins and do that, and that'll help you kind of save time. I will also go over money methods, just so you know. As you can see, the next thing that I'm going to be talking about is more or less going to be something that you can use for almost all zombies. So when this new season started, I had 0 zombies at Master Rank. I had one who was at Super Elite, and it was the Scientist, but he was only like level 1. And so I got him to Master. I got my Engineer from Elite to Super Elite to Master. I then also finished my Foot Soldier, who was at Elite, and then I finished Imp, who was not even at, he's like 1 star. Got him done, and as you can see, most of my characters are now going pretty strong, except for Deadbeard. I'm having trouble trying to figure out the exact thing for him, but basically for everybody else this will work pretty well, except for Super Brains. I will go into detail about that, but for the most part, what you're going to be doing is a custom offline game. So if you come over here to the battle online machine, set up a private play, you go to Turf Takeover, and then you'll actually set it to Tourist Trap Island. Set it to crazy. The team setup is going to be, it's exactly 6 of the scientists that you'll need, and then you'll have 12 of the cactuses, and I'll just go into small detail about it as I'm showing you, but you'll join the match. Alright, so you'll have to do this every time. You'll have to switch teams. That's how you'll know. But I'm going to be using the Super Elite to show you guys. So it's a bit of a run from spawn. But doing this method, I've easily obtained between 6 to 8,000 almost every single time. It is longer than the plant version of doing this, but this one guarantees you way more XP. Not only from just actually getting kills, but because of how many assists you'll be getting too, as well as being directly on the point. For this one, you always want to transform. You only want to focus mainly on the middle and left side doors. You can occasionally look at the right side, but these 2 are going to be the ones you focus on. So from the moment the match starts, you'll want to be looking left side, and there will be a couple of plants that you can get. And then from here, you'll switch to focus middle, where most of them will be coming from. As you see, with 6 of the scientists, I found that you can easily deal with most of them, no matter how many, and you won't be dying a lot, as long as you were on top of hitting your shots. Like I said, this is more or less just about ensuring that you get a lot of kills, a lot of assists, and just being directly on the point. And they'll easily guarantee you at least 6,000 every time. As you can see, it's longer than just 5 minutes, so you get a little bit of leeway to ensure that you at least always guarantee I don't know why it doesn't fire sometimes, but yeah, so you can easily level up most of the zombies using this. Like I said, the only ones that I'm not entirely sure on are Deadbeard and then Super Brains. Super Brains I think I have a method for. It's not the best, but it works for what it is. So I'm just going to switch now to when this is all said and done. You can see I gained one single level at Super Elite from just doing that, which was from level 5 to level 6 is easily 6,000 XP and then some just to get to almost halfway through level 6. So it was pretty good in terms of leveling. And then probably the only thing I could say is if you're trying to do some characters like Deadbeard, maybe reduce the amount of cactuses that are going. That way there's less stuff shooting at you and that'll result in better experiences, because every time I've tried to do it with Deadbeard with the setup I currently am using, I just end up getting overpowered with how much little damage I can dish out. But willing to try new things like always. And then the last thing that I think that you can do in terms of like for some of those is we can switch over to the actual Plants vs. Zombies campaign. So I'm just going to use 80s Action Hero for this one just to show it off. So we'll be going to the main town, and this will be where the next two XP methods come from. You can choose whichever map you want, really, for the second method. Alright, so the first method, which is probably going to be the method that you'll want to use for leveling up any like melee characters in both the plants and zombie side, is if you come to the same area on both, you can easily just do the actual ops mission solo. This will also be a good way for you to farm coins while you're at it, in case you're trying to just also have money to level up instead of having to grind all the time. Then the other method is going to be the Tiger Claws, which is been talked about probably enough by everybody, but I'll simply go and show you anyways. But you just follow the path I take and it'll easily lead you to where you need to go. You can just normally run past most of these plants and you should be fine. Kind of gonna take a small delay, take a heal. All you really want to do is just clear out the area when you first get here. And then all you're going to be doing is just farming this guy right here over and over again, and this will get you, it's okay to me, but that's just because I don't have the best method. So what you'll do is you'll just start off, he'll eventually end up in his head, and then you'll eventually just follow it down. Once you get onto the 3, it's best just to make sure that they end up inside Tiger Claw's little head area as quickly as possible. And then you'll just simply rain down fire. And then you'll just do this over and over again. You'll easily get tacos, coins, and a small amount of XP for doing this over and over again, and the more efficiently you can do it, the better. Because no matter how quickly you do this, you still have a wait time afterwards, as you can see. So doing that will be another way, and what you can do is you can then trade the tacos if you're done on the plant side for more coins. If not, we're now going to be switching over to the plant side to show you the same stuff, but for plants. So yeah. Alright, so as you can see, we're on the plant side now. Plants are going to be slightly similar. There is a PVAI that you can do. So instead of doing tourist trap, you just do preserve pastures. And then the team setup is more or less just going to be 6 of the sunflowers, 12 of the deadbeards instead. And that'll be this guy, and then this guy is all you're swapping out. But yeah, so basically on preserved pastures, it's the same. You'll have to switch to plants every single time that you do it, and there'll be a point that you sit on, and you can easily have the daisies, sunflowers heal you all the time, while the deadbeards don't really do a lot of damage. They can overwhelm you, so do be careful with some characters. So doing this nets you roughly 4,000 to 6,000 XP every time you do that, if you're being efficient enough, and also trying to go for revives that are possible while still being able to damage the deadbeards and defeat them while in the zone. That'll work best for you. Now the next two methods are more or less going to be for or the next one single method that I can add on to other than just doing ops is also going to only be on plant side. If we could have gotten a zombie version for this as well, that would have been really nice, but we don't. So basically all it is you come into the first map, Alright, so now that you're in Sundrop Hills, if you haven't already done the little side quest to get all 6 of the telescopes, to find the pieces of paper, I'll definitely leave a link to that. But this is just more or less simply for the sake of if you've already done and unlocked everything while trying to get the platinum trophy, or platinum achievement. So basically once you've done that, you'll come down into this area. Gonna clear it out, of course. Grab the wrong dude. But as you probably already know, all you'll be doing is you'll be using 75 tacos right here on this painting. That'll spawn a plunginator or a plunger hammer down here. That'll give you increased damage, HP, regeneration, and overall defense. And then you'll have to defeat 15 of the loot yetis. And in doing so, you'll get roughly 2,000 or so XP every run. It only takes you a couple of minutes to do. So doing the tiger claws on zombie side will get you the tacos necessary to do this farm. I definitely recommend doing this on the rose and on the chomper, as it'll help them get good XP. I easily had over 1,000 tacos, and I used almost all of them to level up my rose to master because I absolutely hate that character. And so yeah, so that's what I did. And then any time I had available tacos from trying to grind levels for zombies, because I didn't know the best method to do it for zombies just yet, I would then swap over and then level up Chomper or whoever else I wanted to get the XP to. But since all of my plants are at master now and I'm only working on zombies, I figured now I can use whatever tacos I need to and trade them in for coins. So yeah, guys, that's more or less just going to be the best methods I have found. If you happen to have any of your own, feel free to leave them in the description. But as always, this has been Mr. Pilgrim. Hope this guide was helpful or informative, and I will see you all in the next one.